everybody. So not too long ago, I got some really big news. For those of you who don't know, at least this one's involving the band this time. It's nothing too major. At least to me, it's it is something major. But me and the band were at the Maryland Music Awards not too long ago, which was Friday, I believe. This past Friday, which was May 13th? Yeah, wow, that was Friday the 13th, holy crap, okay. Well, anyways, so we went to the Maryland Music Awards. We were nominated for a few categories, and we also were there to play at the Maryland Music Awards and everything. And for me, it was such an interesting experience because I've never been to a music awards show before, or anything like that. And I don't think neither has the rest of the guys, but it was just such a bizarre situation because it's almost like we didn't fit, you know. At least that's how I feel. I felt like we were definitely the oddballs. I mean, you had all these great artists and songwriters and singers and performers and everything there, and we were just kind of like blown away that we were here. And it was really, really cool, but at the same time I'm sitting there like I'm, you know, in my stage wear and everything, just kind of like I don't feel like I belong here. You know, and it was such a unique experience. I guess I now know how Jacksepticeye feels when he went to the YouTube thing with all the other YouTubers, and for everyone that was there, it was one of those things, we just didn't want to get our hopes up and you know, bring ourselves down from the factor of that it was already such an honor to be at the Maryland Music Awards. And I wanted to take the time before doing this video to really just kind of let it all sink in. Just because it's bizarre for me. Because like I know where I was a few years ago, and it just really makes me be extremely grateful for everything that I've been involved in. I needed some time to let it digest because the big thing that had happened was since we were nominated, we were nominated for 2 awards, Breakout Artist and Heavy Metal Band, which I'm glad they used heavy metal instead of metal. I mean, the song that we used, or I guess they were judging by, I don't know how the judges did it. There was a lot of judges. But I'm glad that they used heavy metal and not metal, because to me heavy metal is your Maiden and Metallica and your Priest, and like, it's not, you know, metal to me is more of, well, there's so many different subgenres which I won't get into, but if you hear metal, I generally think of like Lamb of God and Machine Head and Cannibal Corpse and, you know, those really intense bands. Which, those intense bands I listen to. Shout out to those bands. But anyways, with those being the 2 categories, heavy metal and breakout, we weren't expecting to win anything, and that was such the surprising thing was we won for heavy metal, and it was just so crazy. Like we were backstage getting everything ready to go on at some point. And we were like behind everything and calling our names. We were like, whoa, like we were already very shocked. And we got the award, and it was just so, like I was shaking like so bad. No, excuse me. I was shaking so bad because it was just the intensity of like your name's brought up on the thing, and you're like, whoa, and it's like maybe we'll be it, and we were extremely, extremely happy about that. And we had 2 friends of ours present the award to us, or at least, you know, read out the list of things, and those people had done reviews on the band before and taken photos, and they're great people. They go, and it was so cool. And when we got our award, and we were just happy, we were just so happy to win something. You know, we didn't go in there thinking we were gonna win something. We weren't pompous, we weren't pretentious or arrogant about it. We went in there already honored enough to be a part of this whole award ceremony thing, and we got the one award, and we're walking way back behind stage where this wood panels are, and this guy comes running up to us, and we're all back there, we're trying to get back to where we were, and this guy comes running up to us like, "Hey, guys have the wrong award," and we're like, "Wait, what do you mean the wrong award?" It's like, we checked it, we had the right one here. He's like, "Oh shit." Well, apparently we won both awards that evening. The guy kind of ruined the surprise for us, but I actually really, like, there was just something about the factor of it happening that way for us. We got the heavy metal award, but then we won the breakout artist award, and the guy like fucked up and went to, he he fucked up. God damn it, phone. When we found that out, we were just like, holy shit. Like, we were just so dumbfounded by that, and we were celebrating, like, we were gawking like little school. We were like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like, holy shit. And when we were like, we got both awards, what the fuck? But then once we got out from behind, we were like, nothing happened. You don't know shit. We know that this wouldn't have happened, like, none of these awards, none of the success, and by success I mean people getting to know the band, none of the success of the band wouldn't happen if it weren't for you guys, the fans. And I know some of you that are watching aren't fans of the music, but or know of the band Silvertung. But for those of you that are fans, just thank you, because you're the reason that all this has happened for the band and for me and all of this. And it was just so mind-blowing, and I needed time to let it digest. I just thought it was so crazy, and it really hadn't hit me that night. I mean, I was really, really happy, but it just, I guess for most people, they probably thought I had a sense of calmness. But it was just so bizarre. It's like I am living an extremely lucky lifestyle, or on the road to living an extremely lucky lifestyle. I mean, there's a lot of work involved, but it doesn't feel like a lot of work, because it's normal. It feels normal. But that's the thing, is it's so trippy, because I have all these little things in my mind where it's like, man, I hope that the band gets to such a level where I get to do this and get to do that, and it's all these little, dreaming mindsets of, like, it can, like, the little dreams that I've always had when the band reaches its success and everything, or whatever success or level of, I say, notoriety. It's like, it would be so cool to run into a YouTuber that I'm a huge fan of, and they know me, and the band are a huge fan of us, or like I get to go on Game Grumps or something, or I get to meet Jack or something. Just like little moments like those, where it's like, oh my god, I get to, and like we're just gawking over each other, and that would just be so fucking cool. And like, I know these are little dreams of mine, and they seem so far-fetched and so far away, and I don't want them to come off as narcissistic to where, like, ooh, look at me, I get to go do this and do that, and look at all these. No, it's just, it's always, for me, I always look at it good to have dreams like that, where it's like, maybe one day, and it'd just be so cool. I'm thankful and grateful enough and lucky enough that I have met a few of people that I look up to immensely, or have influenced me in ways. None of this would ever be possible if it weren't for you guys. It really, really wouldn't. And I'm grateful for that every day, and I see people who are doing what they love, and I see people who don't know what they want to do, but I'm never going to shy away from trying to help them, not decide, but maybe motivate them to a degree of, like, don't worry, you'll figure it out. And I know they'll figure it out. It takes time. It takes a lot of time for people to figure out things. That's the way life works, and you got all the time in the world. And it's just so grounding to have this kind of stuff happen. For some people, it'd be like, oh, look at us, and look how great we are. It's just like, this is something that's happened, and it's like, holy shit. And it can all go away tomorrow if it wanted to. And I want to, make sure it stays going as long as I'm living. And this is this thing that I'm doing with my band is the one thing that I don't ever want it to end. It's just so bizarre, and I couldn't be any more grateful for all of it, and it's just because of you guys that you've made it all possible. And just thank you for that, really, thank you. and I really mean that, and I'm so grateful for everything that's happened, and I love all the support you guys have given, not just me, but the band, and it's just, it's nuts. It's a crazy, crazy world, and I'm happy that you guys are along with the ride, along with me, for this ride. You know, that's why I love doing these videos, and I love posting the stuff on Tumblr and other things, because even though there's some of you that, even though you're thousands of miles away, like, I would love to meet you guys one day, like, in person. So, like, a lot of you guys that I've talked to on Tumblr and wherever else, I would love to really meet you in person, because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, I can't describe it. It's just, some of you guys are just so fucking cool, and you get to do a lot of cool shit, and a lot of shit where I'm like, man, look at what they're doing. And these are people who, like myself, are just normal, everyday people. And like, man, I wish I was that. Like, I just wish we could all be in, like, a state together, and just actually hang out, or know each other, or be, like, I don't know, there's one of those things. Because a lot of you guys are really fucking cool. And, you know, I'm so grateful and thankful that I've got to meet some of you guys, even just through social media. Maybe not in person. I mean, I met very little, and those that I've met, little in person, it's so neat. I mean, God, I don't know. I know I'm rambling, and this is a very long vlog, and I'm gonna cut it down some because it's insane. But God, that's what happened, and it was such a great experience to be a part of the Maryland Music Awards, and such a cool, surreal thing. And it's all because of you guys that all this has happened. And so just thank you for that. And I couldn't be any more happy and more grateful and more excited for what's to come because of just what has happened so far. And you guys are the reason this has all happened. You're the ones who are going to be able to take it to beyond the fucking limit of wherever that line is, because you're showing the support. So thank you for that, and I hope as people we all see each other's great success of, look at what I'm doing, and we're all like, oh, that's so cool. And you know, I'm ranting, but I'm gonna send this up. But just thank you guys so much, and thank you for watching this video, and thank you for taking the time to listen to me rant like a moron. And I don't want this to come off as narcissistic or pretentious, or me talking about me kind of bullshit, because this is really just, this is about you guys and what you've done for me, and that I'm forever grateful for that, and will always be forever grateful for that. So thank you. So I will see all of you guys at some point, and until then, bye, lovelies.